Dominating your fantasy league? Prove it.
Shaping up to be a great game between these two teams. There's no telling what might happen.
Enhance the game with 3 easy steps. Predict, compete, and win. Start now and play your first $20 risk-free. Only on WINVIEW.
Like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rap on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I hope everybody's feeling great on this Saturday evening. God bless everybody. Shout out to my brother who is here, Breeder G. Love you, brother. And I'm going to continue to pray for you and the fam, bro. I saw your Facebook post where you listed all of that stuff that happened to the fam in November, man. It's been a rough one, man. And I wanted to make a joke, but then I was like, nah, they really went through, so I ain't going to make the joke. But now that a little bit of time has passed, I think it's time to make the joke, man. See, that's the price for Dolphins going on a win streak, Bree. Oh, yeah, I thought about that. I'm terrible. But yeah, man, I was like, man, look what it costs for the Dolphins to go on a win streak. It ain't worth it, is it, bro? But no, man, I'm glad the family on the bright side of it all, man. Somebody said too soon. Nah, y'all don't understand, man. That is my brother and my other brother in the building, Steve Savain in the house. Salute to my brothers, man. Y'all don't know, man. We've been brothers for years and years and years, man. Ever since pretty much kind of high school. High school, I mean, what? That's 20 years. We've been brothers for 20 years, man. Salute to Steve Savain and Breeder G, man. It's been, man, all those road trips, homecomings, Tallahassee's back home, all kind of stuff, man. They're my boys, man. But no, man, TD and the Illuminati. Listen, I don't know nothing about all that stuff, all right? All right, so don't bucket me in unless I know something about it, all right? Anyway, man, we're going to dive in today. I'm chilled because the wife bought me some really good something smooth that tastes so good, but I can feel that I'm mellowed out. Maybe I need to be on this every stream so I ain't yelling at people. But I'm chilling, man. I just sat there and I saw the news. Myles Gaskins on the COVID protocol, Salvit Ahmed on the COVID protocol. And then I got all these people telling me, yeah, but this is going to give Lindsey the opportunity. But Lindsey was hurt. Don't forget, Lindsey was hurt. So we got to wait all the way to next Wednesday to see the injury report to see if Lindsey's not going to be hurt anymore. And then we don't even know if Ahmed or Gaskins will be back in time. We don't know. We shall see. Salute to AJ Hall with the donation to the channel. I appreciate you supporting us, homie. He said, salute, King. Keep up the good work. Salute to you for recognizing it, man. I love you for that. Appreciate it, brother. But yeah, man, we got running backs that's sitting here hurt, man. We ain't got nobody else. Patrick Laird went on IR. Brown went on IR. We don't have another running back. Jared Dokes, maybe. Ooh, what if Jared Dokes plays, starts, and balls out? Just hypothetically, I'm just saying. But what if that happens? Greer gonna be a genius, man. But I don't know about all that. What about Duke Johnson? Who is that? Who is that? No, I'm just playing. I know who it is. But again, man, these guys ain't even been in the rotation. So we'll see how it all goes. I just hope one or two of them are back because we don't want to have a game versus the Jets where we just have to 100% throw the ball either. I mean, Yeah, I don't want. Oh my God, could you imagine us losing to the Jets? The scrutiny certain people would take. Sip on that. The scrutiny certain people would take. The reality is, we can't lose any game. Now, let me take these off. I don't need them. Some people have been telling me, what would it take? Let me say this. Tua just needs to help win all these games. If he loses to the Patriots, long as he ain't the main reason, I would be fine. I would be fine. Somebody said this is where we miss Lynn Bowden. Yeah. Love your show, TD. Appreciate you, Gary Hunt. Man, thank all y'all who show love consistently and tell me y'all appreciate it, because the last year I've had more people try to attack me than I've ever had on this channel. But I also had to self-reflect, which I did last night, honestly. Had to self-reflect about the channel because I'm tired of going back and forth with people. And I'm gonna get to focusing on what's most important, Dolphins news. It's just that one of the biggest pieces of news is Tua Tagovailoa. And I want to be transparent with y'all right now. Just for about 3 minutes, real quick, and just tell y'all, I guess, vulnerable and be honest with y'all. A lot of people ask me, why is it always about Tua? And I need y'all to understand that I am such a huge Dolphin fan, and I have studied this team so thoroughly. I mean, I've dived in and out, and I've came up with my own hypotheses and different, theories about what's going on. And I'm starting to see the high level of accuracy in which my thought process has been over the last 3 years. And I'm scared. And I don't say that lightly. I mean, I ain't scared. It is what it is. It's just the game. But at the same token, man, when you want to see your team achieve something so bad, you get nervous about certain situations and certain decisions. And it's almost like, and I know it's all geared behind the Watson Tua situation, but for the life of me, ladies and gentlemen, it's hard, man. Like, if Watson clears this situation and he doesn't have to worry about any criminal charges, right? I just can't fathom it. How could anybody bypass wanting him for Tua? And that's not a knock on Tua, but it's just the reality. As if you've really been a fan and have went through the year after year after year of what we've went through in the last 20 years, that one position, you don't want to gamble anymore if you don't have to. If you have to, you have to. But this is the first time in the history of me remembering where there might be an opportunity that you don't have to gamble or hope or wish or believe that something's going to turn out. You could just go get a guarantee. Now, that ain't a guarantee Super Bowl, but a guarantee at a position that you struggled to solidify for 22 years. And that's why I'm so passionate on explaining to people what's going on. Tua Tagovailoa. If we can't get Watson, I promise y'all, I am fine with the development of Tua Tagovailoa because there ain't no better option. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, but I don't want no rental. I want long term. Russell Wilson, it ain't a short term, but it still ain't a long term. So if we can't get Watson, I don't want nobody but Tua. And I think people need to understand that if we can't get Watson, I don't want anyone else but Tua. But if we can get Watson, It's not even a debate in my head. Like, that's what's and so many people fight against it where it makes me nervous. What if Chris Greer sniffed some of their belief and really take another chance? And that's just the truth. I'm scared because I'm tired of gambling and I'm tired of hoping. We done been through this too many times, but this is the one. No, this is the one. No, this is the one. We done been through that so many times. So that's the truth. I don't have nothing against the kid other than the fact that he ain't Deshaun Watson. That's it. And if we can't get Deshaun Watson, believe it or not, I'm actually happy having Tua with the hope that he's going to grow into an even better quarterback. Because I look at what he's doing right now, I mean it when I tell y'all Tua will never be a bum. He'll have bum moments, but he'll never be a Sam Darnold. It's not possible. He'll never flop. But there's still levels to this. And the truth is, sometimes all you can ask for in the NFL is a quarterback that won't flop, and we already got one. But if you can have better and so much better, I'm sorry. That's just what I believe, man. And I'm tired of this being a controversy. It shouldn't be a controversy. It should, and it's unfair for me to say it should be a no-brainer because that makes people that don't look at it the way I look at it, almost like I'm calling them dumb. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just feel like I've put too much into this organization, studying it, understanding the history, how the great decisions, the bad decisions, to realize you don't take no gambles on somebody you want to develop if you have a rare once in 50-year opportunity to get a top 5 quarterback that actually wants to be on your team. It's almost like if you don't take it, you're no longer cursed. You're just straight up trying to lose. It's just where I'm at with it. But once again, if we can't get Watson, I am fine with Tua, with the understanding that this just has to go. We have to wait till we get the peak of him. I don't know when that'll be, but whenever it is, I'm fine with that. It's a process. It's a process. But within that process, no general manager in their right mind going to pass up on this type of opportunity. Team level said TD. Why aren't the Bengals, Patriots, Chargers, Bears, etc. having the same controversy if their quarterbacks aren't better than Watson? ATM. Help me out with ATM because I ain't the brightest light bulb sometimes. Then Watson, ATM. I don't know what ATM is, but I do know what you're asking me. So let's break that down. I have my theory on that too, okay? So first of all, don't think the Bears aren't interested in the et ceteras. What many of y'all need to understand is that if the grand jury comes out and say they won't be bringing charges against Watson, you're going to have teams coming out the woodwork pursuing him. Some of y'all would be shocked to see the Bears, the Patriots, the Bengals, even the Chargers make an attempt. Here's what you have to understand. These teams didn't do it openly. Now, actually, the Patriots did call and just to understand what the price would be. What we need to understand is every team would call on Deshaun Watson just to at least ask the price. Now, Let's take the Chargers, for instance, because I believe that that's the best argument against not trying to pursue Watson, the Chargers, because Herbert has shown a level so far that the rest of the quarterbacks wouldn't be able to contend with, right? But let me put things into perspective for you with the Chargers. The Chargers are very happy with they are with the young quarterback where he is right now in his career. The Chargers have put him in several situations, the short and intermediate, the deep ball, the post, the crossing. They've done everything a million times, and he showed up for them. They understand that's going to come with some tough games, some rough games, and all of that, okay? But let's get something straight. Even the Chargers would trade for Deshaun Watson if they can get the trade straight up. If the Houston Texans said, we're willing to send Deshaun Watson your way, straight up, no extra compensation, they would consider it. They may say no, they may say yes, but they would consider it. But it's something to be said about a team who knows their rookie year that they got their guy. And his ceiling is Deshaun Watson and or in his realm. So with that being said, they wouldn't make the move because it will be a little bit more expensive. They would have to probably give up Herbert plus some more. But if it was a straight up, it's something that they would actually consider. And they may not do it. I don't even think they would do it, but it would still be considered. But at least they already see that that man can do everything they ask him to do. And from a consistency level, that's where his growth is going to come. And that's why it makes it easy for them to call and say, what's the price? All right, thanks. We were just asking. And move on if they need to. So those teams would consider a Watson trade. Don't get it twisted. You think Belichick wouldn't dump Mac Jones and go for Deshaun Watson? You done lost your mind. Belichick would do it too. Belichick would do it in a heartbeat. But it all, the price and everything has to be right. It's just a matter of what he can get for Mac Jones. And this is the question that you should ask yourself. If you would trade, this is the only question you need to ask. Would a franchise trade their quarterback for Deshaun Watson straight up? No extra draft capital. If the answer is yes, then they're players. Even though that ain't what they'll get, because it means they feel it's an upgrade. It's that simple. And I know we want to complicate it and talk about ceilings and bottoms and all of that stuff, but would you trade your quarterback just an even swap for Deshaun Watson? If the answer is yes, then there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A team would be interested. And for the record, there's 25 teams that feel that would. There you have it. And when you get into the draft picks and all of that stuff, that's when it starts getting complicated. But the only thing that matters is, what is Chris Greer's responsibility? To make every position, to upgrade in every way he possibly can on this roster. No one's exempt. Everyone included. If you can upgrade and you see an opportunity that will be beneficial for your organization, you have to do it. For some reason, people think that excludes the quarterback. For some reason. And then you have all these people saying that the price is too high. First of all, it ain't too high because they already approved 3 firsts and 2 seconds. If he straightened his situation, we'd send 3 firsts and 2 seconds. We already approved it. So stop with this narrative. The price too high. They already agreed to the price. Let's get back into the honest realm. Let's stop ignoring the stuff that we already know. The price ain't too high because they already agreed to it. They already agreed to it. Somebody said that's too much. Is it really too much? 3 firsts and 2 seconds? Is this team in the next 5 years with Tua Tagovailoa, are we ever going to pick in the top 10? Think about that. Are we ever going to pick in the top 10 in the next 5 years? So what happened, and I can answer that for y'all. The answer it's no, but it should be no, right? And if we determine that we just need a little better than 2 or 3 years from now, how are we going to move up in the draft and get it? How are you ever going to get it? How? TD, who's your barber? Your haircut be fresh as hell. Well, I have a barber. He cuts me once a month. And 2 weeks after he cut me, I get my own clippers and I edge up myself right here. And then, and I actually did that yesterday after I got off the stream. So in 2 weeks, I'll go to him again and get the fresh cut. And then 2 weeks after that, I'll get my own clippers and edge up what he already did. And that's what I do. So instead of going to the barber every 2 weeks, because me and my son go, and we spend that $50, $55. So instead of going to him every 2 weeks, I just go to him once a month. So I save $55 a month. See, sometimes you gotta figure out ways to stretch. And that's one way I do. That's one way that I stretch cash. So, TD, that hairline on point, can't lie. Yeah, I did this, man. I did this. Maybe I need to stop going to them all together. No, I ain't gonna do that. But anywho, y'all stop gassing me up, man. You got me feeling good. Like, ooh. Stop gassing me up. All right, but anyway, man, stop saying the price is too high. How much is Tua worth? See, when we keep saying the price is too high, the price is going up for quarterbacks. You know why? I want y'all to think about it. Y'all help me out real quick. Let's name all the teams that could be looking for a new quarterback next year. Forget the bum teams. Let's talk about the quarterbacks that might be traded. Let's count them. Russell Wilson might be out of Seattle. That situation is boiling over even worse. They've been going at it for 4 years now, and this is the time, and it's going to happen. Watch. You saw what happened last offseason. So it's going to happen. Aaron Rodgers is going to happen. Ben Roethlisberger is going to happen. That's 3 of your top guys right there. Might have new location. Unless they do something miraculous, believe me or not, Jimmy G is gone. They've been trying to work that out for years, but he gone. The Saints, they'll have a new quarterback, hopefully solidified. That's 5. Let's keep going. Carolina, that's 6. You know what's going on over there. The Eagles that got a decision to make. It could be 8, or will they stick where? That should be 8. The Lions will be 9. Some say Derek Carr will be gone. I'm going to say no. I'm going to keep him off the list. But we're at 9 already. Atlanta, we're already at 10. You got Atlanta. There's 3 more teams. I've already named them. Well, we already know the situation with Miami. That could be 11. New quarterback. Washington, I think that they're going to stick with Heineke if he finished the year strong. Unless they can upgrade, they're going to stick with Heineke. So I'm going to take them off the list. I came up with 13, but now I'm going to say 12 because of that situation. The Browns, we're at 12. We already said the Steelers. Kirk Cousins, I don't know. I'm going to leave him in Minnesota, but that's possible. The Giants, I don't know, but it's possible. The Jets, I don't know, but it's possible. Y'all see all these teams that aren't feeling good about their quarterback? I got to be honest with y'all. There has never been a time in the history of the NFL where there has been so much uncertainty at the quarterback position. Never. Usually we get our peak at 7 teams. We're already naming 13, 14 teams. And I'm leaving some off. No, not Tampa. Brady going to be there until you get 10. Y'all going to see. The Colts, maybe, unless they like where they are and they want to continue, but maybe. That's crazy, ain't it? You're right. The Colts could be. You miss Texans. God, dog. How could I miss the most obvious? The Texans. We at about 15 now. Denver. All right, man. Even if you find another one, let's just stop right there. We done made it to 15. And I didn't even include Derek Carr. I didn't include like 2 of those guys. We made it to 15 teams that aren't happy about their quarterback situation and know that they pretty much need to move on. But let's wipe out the 15 and go with a solid freaking 10. You see how much leniency I'm giving in this situation? Because I'm about to show y'all something. Even though we know 15, let's just say a solid 10. Let's say 5 of them end up sticking with them anyway because they're going to have to. They don't have no options. How many wins has Tua had since he started? And how many losses has he got? I think he's 10-7. So, the reason why I bring this up, all these teams need a quarterback. As long as we can keep Tua in this system only, where he thrives. Wait, did I even say Pittsburgh? Did I even mention Pittsburgh? That just hit my head just now. Did I mention Pittsburgh at the beginning? I didn't even mention Pittsburgh. God, dog, it's about to be wild out here. I didn't even mention Pittsburgh. I did? Oh, okay. Yes, I did. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I thought I didn't. All right. But with all of these teams, if Tua can continue, if we just keep the dink and dunk system going and a few little intermediates, and we can keep him looking like the hottest thing in the NFL, with all of these teams, how much y'all think he gonna be worth? A month ago, we were like, we'll get a second. Then he started creeping in the first. And now you look at all these teams, ladies and gentlemen, how much do you think we'd be able to get for Tua Tagovailoa if he finishes the season looking like this? So when you say the price is too high for Watson, let's get something straight off rip. As long as Tua keep playing well, he gonna pay for half of the price. He's gonna pay for half of the price. And nobody's gonna look at us as, oh, well, you're dumping them off, so why would we want them? Because they know it's Deshaun Watson. That nobody should be taking it personal like Tua's trash. You might come out of this with 2 first-round picks for Tua. And if we get 2 first-round picks for Tua, man, Greer gonna go get an Airbnb in Houston and just be like, come on, grand jury. I just can't wait. I need to sign. I need to go ahead and make this deal done as soon as y'all convene. You know how many teams would say, you know what, let's take a shot at Tua. I like what I see. That's a good building block. It's better than most quarterbacks coming out of the draft. I mean, we can go draft a Zach Wilson and Tua look better than him right now. We can go draft a Justin Fields and Tua look better than him right now. We can go draft all them quarterbacks from last year except Mac Jones, and you'll be able to say Tua look better than them right now. Just don't let this man bomb out, man. Defense keep playing well. Offense just keep doing the short intermediate, what he beautiful at. Let him get his 80 to 90% completions. Keep on racking them up. Woo! Tua time, baby. This offseason is going to be a crazy, beautiful situation for us because we'd have all the options. Salute to the homie that donated. He said, how many? Oh, already seen that one. Let me see. We got one from Thomas Allman said, I feel good about Tua. Me too. He's turned around. Turnaround has been fun and frustrating to watch. Not because of all of the checkdowns. It's the O-line. We fixed the O-line. We in the playoffs. No question. Good running back, Super Bowl. I don't know about that. The first part I like. The second part, I don't know about that. Because you can get into the conference round, the divisional round, and play another team that got a good defense, another team that got a good run game, another team that got an O-line. And then you got to look at whose quarterback is opposite of ours and say, is ours better? And there are guys in the AFC that half of the AFC is, you could argue, could be better. Could be better. Will make more plays in that type of situation. So I get it, though. If Watson's not an option, I actually like where we are with Tua right now. We're going to win games. Let's see if he continues to grow. And they start mixing in some of that other stuff. Read an article today. Tua's doing exactly what they asked him to do. But what people need to understand in the process of Tua doing exactly what they asked him to do, that he's looking great in, he's not developing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to be the one to tell y'all that. Tua Tagovailoa is not developing his game being in this shelled offense. But it's the only thing they want him to do. And my belief is they have already moved on. And since they've already moved on, they have strictly said, let's just see if we can figure out a way to win games. This is the best course of action. Let's let the defense lead the way. Don't give him all the complex offense. Just keep it simple. And what have I been showing y'all on film study? 60% of the time, we run this one formation that has 4 plays out of it. Albert Wilson or Waddle in motion. The same guy in motion goes in the flat or runs the wheel route or blocks if it's a design run. And you run the slants on the back of that. We run that same play 60% of the time with different wrinkles. This man might literally be running about 25% of our playbook. If you go watch any game, 60% of our plays are that same freaking formation when every NFL team got at least 75 formations. So we have dumbed it down, simplified it, and said, you do this well, this is all we want you to do. We're not pulling out extra stuff and opening it up so he can develop. No, we have literally said this is only about winning games. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. When you take that approach, you have basically conceded because you have other plans for the future. It's that simple. Everybody want to say, no, they dumped it down because of the O-line. That's fine and dandy. But how come every week I do a film study, you got a wide receiver down the field with a clean pocket begging for the ball, and we throw a 3-4 yard to the tight end? I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. And then this man come out on press conferences and say the same thing. I leave too much on the field. My ball placement needs to be better. He says the exact same thing, but that don't mean nothing when he say it. Only when TD say it. Oh, I like the apple juice you're sipping on. Me too, man. Me too. Me too. It's pretty smooth. Oh, it's smooth. Hitting too. Listen, man. I want to answer y'all questions because I want to hang out with y'all and vibe with y'all. We got 270 people watching. Please hit the like button. We should at least have 200 likes. I want to answer your questions. Put your question in the comment section. If I can see it, I will try to answer it. I ain't gonna be able to get everybody. Of course, if you send a donation, I'm gonna definitely read it. That's not to coerce you to send a donation, but just to state the facts. Because I always have people when I do Q&A, TD keeps skipping my question. I'm sorry, it wasn't intentional. I read one, the chat keep going with questions, and once I'm done with that one, I go to the next one I see. Sorry. All right, let's keep it moving. Tua may or may not be the future. I agree, but huge respect for what he has accomplished. With that hip injury, all the odds was against him. Just keep going. I agree. I'm starting to feel like, because I admit that I'm not a Tua like stan, like, oh, Tua. It's just never been in me because I'm not an Alabama fan. I didn't follow him in college like that, only until I had to go do the film study, right? But I will say this. If or when, whatever one makes you feel better, we trade Tua. I'll follow his career because I want him to succeed. I do want him to be great. I want him to, because I was one of those people that was sad that they moved on from Tim Tebow, because I was one of those people too. All he does is win. All he does is win. Because Tebow winning. Tebow was like 7-1 at one point. Tebow wins. And I was mad that they worked him out of the league. And great guys deserve great outcomes. And I know Tim Tebow's still blessed regardless, and Tua will be in abundance regardless of whatever happens with his career. But I definitely would want him to succeed in the NFL. I would check his career and hope that he does well. It's just that simple. I like the kid. I really do. Let me see here. And I'm sorry for those who are asking questions, because when I do see a donation, it kind of wipes out the questions because I have to hit those first. I feel like it's rude. Somebody pay some money to send you a message, you don't read it. So I'm sorry, y'all. Pats pass 3 times and win. That's how important O-line and running backs are, even in this day and age. And I disagree, Thomas Allman. I mean, I just think that this whole notion that the Patriots only passed 3 times, that shows you how important. No, that game required you to pass the ball, or none, or very minimal. It's just the Bills themselves kept trying. They might have actually been better off continuing to try to run, even if it wasn't successful. They might have been better off trying to run the ball. Let's stop making it seem like, oh, they didn't have to throw the ball. That shows you how good they are in the run. No, the game required that. The weather. Matter of fact, you did your team a disservice and a disadvantage by trying to throw the ball. It's that simple. None of them teams should have threw that ball more than 15 times. And Josh Allen attempted 30 passes and had his lowest completion percentage of the season, 15 of 30. It don't matter if they're not a running team, T-Rich. You got to try. You got to keep pounding it. You got to keep trying to wear them out. And that's why the Bills aren't built to win a Super Bowl. Because they will abandon trying to run if they get down by 3. Sometimes that's just what it takes. They did that to themselves. Team Level said, this whole situation is so sad, but so real. Would have never thought this would happen after I jumped for joy when we drafted him. Yeah, but I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, they don't know. They don't know. Listen, I don't just tell y'all stuff to tell y'all stuff. We did not intend to draft Tua Tagovailoa. What many of y'all don't know, we were pursuing Deshaun Watson right before we drafted Tua Tagovailoa, the week before. The Houston Texans said, get out of here. No way. We're not trading our franchise quarterback. This is when everything was all good. We tried then. And when that didn't work, we called up Cincinnati and was like, we'll give you the house for Joe Burrow. That didn't work. Then they start calling around, hey, what about Teddy? What about this? What about that? Oh, we can't do anything. Ryan, will you come over? Hey, I'm on the way. Journeyman on the way. And then for the future, draft Tua. Let's see if we can get the best out of him, develop him, and maybe he could turn out to be our franchise quarterback. That's the truth. They never intended that. That was just their contingency over 4 different other options. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. But if you're a fan of Tua's, then, you know, you jump for joy for drafting him. And don't give up faith. Let's get that straight now. If you support Tua and you want to see his success in the NFL and for the Miami Dolphins, there's no reason to give up faith. I mean, I want y'all to think about that. February could come and, they brought charges against Watson. Bam, you got Tua for at least another whole year. And you just let it keep playing out as it goes. And maybe at the end of the day, 7 years from now, we're just glorifying our Super Bowl winning champ in Tua Tagovailoa. Maybe. Don't give up hope. If you're a fan of that man, keep riding with him. You're supposed to. I'm actually riding with him. But I ain't crazy if Deshaun Watson clear his case. It's just how it goes. Let's get something straight. If you believe in Tua, you want him to succeed. When I go on my rants, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that intentionally want to be delusional and make it seem like he's already the GOAT. Be fair. Be fair. But don't don't stop believing. Believe in Tua. He's worth believing in. He's definitely worth believing in. I'm not bummed if Watson get charged. I feel we still got a promising future. We good, man. We're good. Either way, and that's the beautiful thing. Miami Dolphins got options. That's what you want your team to have. You want your team to have options, man. It's a great position to be in. How many playoff games has Watson won since he got in the league? Let me see. I don't know. Y'all help me out. Has he won 2 or something like that? I'm not sure. I think he beat the Patriots once. I think he beat the Bills. The Bills went to Houston and he beat them. He beat Josh Allen already. I think he got a victory over Brady. Or he lost. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's 2 wins, 2 playoff wins he got. I think it's 2 playoff wins. Don't. And let me, and that's another thing. Talking about Watson, right? I'm not this big Watson guy. I never cared about Watson. He's Houston's property, just like I don't care about Mahomes. I've never been this guy for Watson's first 3 years where I'm like, man, Watson is that. Oh, look at him over there in Houston. I never cared about Watson. Who cares? Bum. And the moment I knew that we had a chance to get him, you gotta care. You gotta be interested. They be like, you're a Watsoneer. I'm a new one, I guess. I knew of his talent. I knew how great he was, but I didn't care for him. I ain't like him because we ain't benefiting from it. I never cared about Watson. I never said if we had him in my ear because I didn't think it was possible until 2 years ago. I knew it was possible. I was like, I'm going to leave that be because I don't think so. That's crazy. And it got realer and realer and realer. And then I start getting more inside information. I'm like, oh, we about to get this man, like real talk. So TD, what games are you streaming tomorrow? Quite a few. At the 1 o'clock hour, I will be doing TD Game Pass. So we will be bouncing around to all the games that have playoff implications for us, keeping our eyes on them and seeing what's going on. That's what I've decided we'll do so we don't have to pick just one game. So we don't just go one game. All right. TDPHINSTALK, if Tua go up to top 10, do we keep him? See, what's top 10, y'all? What tells you your quarterback is top 10? The QBR? No. That's what they people are trying their best to make this something. What dictates your quarterback is top 10? How the top 10 rank QBRs, the top 10 rank completion percentages? Like what? Tua Tagovailoa is not a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. And again, it does not matter. The only way that you skip on Watson is if Tua Tagovailoa becomes a top 6 quarterback in the NFL. Top 6 quarterback in the NFL. It's the only way you say screw Watson. It's really top 5, but I just decided to throw 6 in there just to give hope, you know. But this whole notion of top tier, oh, Tua's number 8 in QBR. He is a top 10 quarterback. Oh, that's how y'all calculate that, huh? Anybody who got 2 eyes planted right on their face can see the difference in games. I've been using the same example recently. Tua has a game where he throws, I believe, like 90% completion, right? Everybody goes crazy. And not a single pass past 15 yards, right? That don't matter. 90% completion. Few nights later, Tyler Heineke goes 24 of 25. 95% completion of all passes under 15 yards. But he also had 7 more attempts, 30, 40, 50 yards down the field that he didn't do so well in. Like most quarterbacks are like 30% at those, but they take the shots. So he can't get compared with Tua because he ends up with a 70% completion. Even though passes under 15 yards, he did better than Tua. 24 out of 25, 95%. So when people say Tua ain't doing nothing special, 90% completion, why you hating? It's really not special, y'all. It truly isn't. It's no difference from a basketball player with a wide open layup versus a contested 3. If he 100% field goal percentage from layups and he 40% from a contested 3, I'm taking the 40% all day. It's the truth. And y'all need to stop faking like it's not. There's context to all of this. Stop faking like it's not the truth. And that's what people are frustrated about. We glorify the most simple things and blow them up just to feel better. The man could throw a nice 7-yard out, and we act like it was a 55-yard dime in stride on the run. It's the truth. That's the only sad part about it all. We blow up the small stuff and minimize. We blow up the good stuff and minimize the things that's like, oh, we can do better. But the people you can't fool are coaches and general managers. They know this. Let me tell y'all what I saw from Tua Tagovailoa in his interview. When they asked him about his game, and he was like, I feel like I'm leaving a lot on the field. My ball placement has to be better. The reason why he had that passion when he said it, because he knows he's hearing it from them a lot, and he's still going out and struggling at it. And he's like, man, I got to get this. And that's what I love about him. He wants it so bad. And that's the only reason he sounds so passionate when he says it, because they keep telling him. Same thing that y'all say I'm nitpicking about every week. They telling him over and over and over, but it's still showing up on film over and over and over. You think they sitting there going crazy in the film study with Tua on Tuesdays? Oh, Tua, oh, look at that nice 2-yard pass. That's what I love from you, young fella. Let's go. Keep them. Yeah. You think they in there raving about the 2-yard passes? No. They in there saying, all right, you hit the flat. What was the decision? What was the best decision you should have made on this play? Yeah, if you would have noticed this, you might have been able to have that quick slant right there. That's your better decision. They're in there just straight up telling them what it is. And y'all want to ignore that. But one thing you can't ignore, they tried to make the trade. And y'all think that what's happening right now is them saying, oh my gosh, good thing we didn't. We got our guy. No, as soon as they couldn't make that trade, Brian Flores told the locker room, we about to play a different level of football. The defense changed how they playing, and the offense went to 20% playbook. Just do these things and let's do them well. Do your job. Deliver the ball. They are pushing the can down the road and just buying time. That's all they doing. And I'm sorry if you don't see that. Sounds like Chris Sims. Chris Sims, he was wrong about what he said. But I ain't Chris Sims. At the end of the day, I'm telling you what it is. Chris Sims say some stuff that's correct too. Problem is, he done got so deep in his feelings that now he's showing himself. He's showing how mad he is with the Tuaneers. I told y'all need to go to Chris Sims' DMs and say, hit TDPHINSTALK up. He can help you deal with this. Hey, y'all give a round of applause in the comment section to the Tuaneers, man. Hey, they got their biggest victory yet with Chris Sims, man. They got to him, boy. And it showed. Salute to the Tuaneers. Listen, y'all got a victory. Y'all got that victory. Y'all earned that one, boy. I'm going to tell y'all, I ain't even no cap. Y'all earned that one. Y'all should take some delight in it and some pride that we got Chris Sims. Got him. We got him to act out of character. Yeah. Hey, boy, y'all got that man, boy. Y'all done hit every nerve in his bone. You can see it in that interview. Boy, y'all done got to him. Man, boy, y'all be putting work on people. Y'all be putting that work in on people. Chris said, when I heard it, I was like, all right, here, Chris, I'm watching him. I'm like, oh, they done got you, bro. They done really got you in your feelings. Boy, oh man, Sims, you done simped out on this one. They have just defeated you. You just saw the passion of his frustration and madness. So you're stupid. Just get away. Boy, y'all work that man up. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right, boy. Y'all ain't right. Y'all put that man through the ringer, and it paid off because y'all got exactly y'all got exactly what y'all wanted for that man, boy. Oh my God. That was funny. That was funny, man. Boy, you could tell he was in his feelings, boy. Guys, get over it. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Whatever he said. I said, boy, them Tornadoes legit, boy. You got to get them some respect for this one. Boy, y'all won that battle. Y'all got that one. Y'all got that one. Y'all still working on me, but I ain't Chris Sims. Woo, I got to give it to y'all on that one, though. Salute to y'all on that one. Now, Chris, he's done to me. Chris Sims is done. Chris Sims is done. He's done. That's it. That is a legitimate victory. He's done. He's done. Y'all did y'all job on him. Don't you? If you were smart, you wouldn't entertain him anymore. But y'all probably gonna bring him right back in the game by entertaining him. And then he gonna be able to prove a point on y'all. And then he right back. But y'all don't know better. But anyway, did you check out that Peyton Manning detail breakdown on Tua? Yeah, I did check out. Y'all put yes or no in the comment section if you checked out the detail breakdown with Peyton Manning on Tua. Yes or no in the comment section. It's very interesting to me, and we're going to talk about that. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes or no in the comment section. Y'all didn't? Some of y'all did. Basically, he raved about Tua Tagovailoa throwing his receivers safely and not putting them in harm's way with his ball placement. First of all, let me say this to Peyton Manning. It was a bunch of crap. You're wrong. You were selective in your viewing. He was right on that play, though. Because if you go to my film study, who watched my film study when Tua threw that same pass to Parker? Didn't I say the same thing? Didn't I say, I love what Tua did on this play? I love what Tua did on this play. He didn't throw it inside like it was designed for him to do. He threw it behind him so that he didn't get blown up by the corner. Do y'all remember that on my film study? Yes or no in the comment section. If you watch my film study, didn't I point out the same thing that Peyton Manning pointed out? Yes or no in the comment section. Yeah, I did hear that. Yes. TD's having so much fun, makes me want to pour a drink. Yes, TD knows more than Peyton. I don't know more than Peyton, but I'm going to tell you where he wrong. Watch this. Yes. So all y'all saw, I pointed out the same analysis as Peyton Manning, right? But here's the problem with guys like Peyton Manning and all of that y'all take y'all gospel from. They only pick one or two freaking plays because in the same game, I also pointed out two plays that Tua threw the ball where the guy got blew up. Remember the Albert Wilson in the zone and he caught it and he got blown up and it was incomplete? So we want to point out, look at the beautiful ball placement by Tua saving his receiver from injury. And I said that on my stream. Tua did a great job right here preventing Parker or whoever it was from getting hurt, putting it behind him. I said it. But a few plays before that, I was getting on him about putting it in a terrible spot for Albert Wilson, which he should have hit Waddle, and got Albert Wilson blown up. So they make things definite. They say, look at the great placement by Tua. This is what he does. They'll take one play because you know good and well Peyton Manning ain't looking at every Tua drop back in that game. But that's what these analysts and people like Peyton Manning and everybody does. They go pick out 1, 2, or 3 plays that's going to help them give what they are trying to get across. So we saw plays where he put it where a guy wouldn't get hurt, but I also saw plays where he put it where a guy got blown up, and they actually did get blown up. You saw the Albert Wilson play, the incomplete pass. He caught it and boom, just got blown up because Tua chose to go there instead of Waddle, which was a better option, which was closer to him too. So that's where the issue I have with Peyton Manning and them. Great analysis, and he's correct, but he's making it finite like that's all Tua does. No. The same game, he had more passes inaccurate than accurate. So if you watch my film breakdown, you would see that. So no, I don't feel like I know more than Peyton Manning, but I know that Peyton Manning and them have limited information that they're going off of. They don't have time to watch the 1 hour film, which will take you 3 hours to break down. They don't have all that time to watch every play, in which they don't. They pick 1, 2, or 3 plays, they break it down, and they talk about it. We go through all of them over here, baby. We go through all of them. So no, I don't know more than Peyton, but he has limited information. Even if Peyton Manning calls me and tells me Tua is great, I wouldn't believe him. Is Zach Wilson a bust already? No, Zach Wilson is not a bust already, but he trash. He could turn out to be great. He could turn the corner, but I don't see nothing special. I see trash. Tua looked better than him last year, and I was calling Tua play trash a lot of last year. And Tua looked better than him last year. The last year, Tua looked better than Zach right now. So he ain't no bust, though, because I don't call people busts until after 3 years. And then I'll make a decision on what I think. And that still don't mean there'll be one, but just my take. Y'all gonna be see Zach Wilson is the prime example of a quarterback where you might end up being like, oh, we need another one. Oh, see, the Dolphins done been through it all. We done been through a million quarterbacks. Some of y'all haven't, but you're about to. You're about to. You're about to. And I don't want to be that guy. See, the reason why there's levels to it, you got your Pat Whites, you know right away, move on. You got your John Becks, you know right away, move on. You got your Tannehill, crap, he got us for 7 years. Now we know better to move on. I'm just scared that Tua's that type of guy where he gets us 5, 6, 7 years and then we want to move on. But we already know Deshaun Watson ain't that guy. He ain't that guy. That's the whole point of it all. The show said, TD, Watson's not available, then what? Hey, can y'all answer that for him in the comment section? Because there's always people coming to the stream late that don't know my stance on something. Or they were here earlier, but they still didn't hear what I said. I got it, man. TD, Watson not available, then what? We should all be happy that we have Tua Tagovailoa. I said that earlier. If Watson not available, then what? We should all be happy that we got Tua Tagovailoa. He's a great option. He's the best option you can have if Watson ain't available. And the truth is, some people don't want to hear me say that because they want me to be all in or Tua or nothing. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. When you really break down the conclusion on this channel, TDPHINSTALK, the people that are frustrated with me, they want it to be all or nothing. You either want Tua over Watson or you terrible at what you do. So for the record, if we can't get Watson, I am excited about Tua in his future. I've seen his enough to feel good about moving forward. If we can't get Watson. Why is that so hard for people to comprehend? Wanting Watson isn't a knock on Tua to begin with, but y'all feel that it is because you want him to be the greatest now. That's where y'all being biased, and you call me a hater, that's where you're being biased. If you got a problem with what I just said, if Watson not available, then I'm happy that we got Tua. You're really over the top. You're really out of it when it comes to this whole situation. What excites you so much about Watson? Great question. Nobody's ever stopped and started asking those questions and breaking it down. First of all, I know that Watson can make every throw without hesitation and do it not just on the money for the completion, but in stride, on the run, set his receivers up for success, not to get banged. Every throw. Over the linebacker, under the safety. Every throw on the field that could possibly be made. Because there are throws that Aaron Rodgers can make that 80% of the league cannot make. Watson can make them all. Number two, once you pay Tua or any quarterback that you have, you can't afford to have the best team around them forever. So when you can't have the best team around your quarterback forever, I know that Watson would be better with even our current offensive line right now. He would be able to execute 100% of our playbook. Even if he gets sacked sometimes and certain things don't work and it gets rough, he will be able to do more with the full playbook than what we have now. Because he has the improvisation at the highest level you can have. So if you were to give every quarterback a score for improvisation, Patrick Mahomes would probably be a 10. Aaron Rodgers would be a 9. Deshaun Watson would be a 9.5. Tua is a flat 5. So even if the O-line sucks, we got a 20% booster chance that we could steal something, make something out of that play than nothing. Ain't it funny how a quarterback snaps the ball, he's back to pass, the left tackle just gets totally obliterated and the pressure coming, the center gets totally obliterated, the pressure's coming, and the quarterback says, gets out of there and throws on the run for a 50-yarder for a touchdown, and nobody mentions the O-line, nor do they have a problem with them. Ain't it funny how that happened? We only have a problem with the O-line when the sack occurs. You know how bad Patrick Mahomes' O-line has looked, but as long as he can get out of it and make a play, all is well. All is well. Most importantly with Deshaun Watson, see, them wasn't even the biggest things that I liked. Why I like Deshaun Watson in Miami. Let me give you the biggest one with Deshaun Watson. He can read a defense pre and post snap, know what you're trying to do, how you're trying to do it, and can make the proper adjustments, audibles, alerts, hots, reads off rip. Student of the game. Master of the game mentally. It's the one thing everybody overlooked with Deshaun Watson. You underestimate his mental aptitude to the game. Nobody usually mentions that, especially with quarterbacks. And I'm going to go there. Most people never, and this is truth. I ain't trying to make it an issue, but this is true. Most people don't never look at a quarterback of color as having that mental aptitude. And Watson has it. And that's just the truth. And also history shows you that there is a disparity in that area for some reason. But Watson has it. He has it. With Deshaun Watson, when the coach gives you the play, He takes it, he calls it in the huddle, and when he sees the defense, he decides what the play has to be. And the coach has zero say with no criticism either. He decides what the play will be. I know a lot of y'all just ain't used to watching or understand who Deshaun Watson is as a football player, but it truly is the creme de la creme. Because when we talk about players like Patrick Mahomes, Watson does so many things better than Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes actually has the resume. And that's why they always would put Patrick Mahomes above Watson. But Watson go get 1 or 2 Super Bowls, they going to put him right in his rightful place. They going to put him right. Watson has this defense because y'all ain't been following Houston the last few years. This ain't the Houston defense of old in a prime J.J. Watt. This ain't that defense. It hadn't been for a while. It hadn't been for a while. Somebody said Watson isn't smart off the field. I actually agree with that. And that's where nobody's perfect. It's almost crazy that one way or another, your flaw will show. And this guy's flaw is showing off the field. Because there's a lot of quarterbacks who are flawless off the field, but they got plenty flaws on it. So, yeah, I agree with that. But also, don't forget, man, these are all kids. And I ain't making no excuse for nobody. But you got a quarterback playing the way he playing, making the money he making, a kid from college, this and that. Where were those mentors? Where were those people guiding him in that area? Showing him how to move wiser in that area. And that's unfortunate. Now he has to face the backlash from it, and it could get a lot more serious for him. And if it doesn't, he needs to come out on the other end of that as a better man. And I don't know what the future holds for him, but hey, we're going to find out sooner than later, I believe. Time always tells. So, like I said before, if he's charged with the crime, we should be excited about Tua and his development. And if he's not excited and if he's not charged of a crime, whether you like it or not, you're going to get used to seeing Deshaun Watson take us far in the playoffs and potentially giving us that next Lombardi. It's just the reality. But what I'm trying to help y'all understand is Dolphin fans, either way, you should feel good. You know why? Because we got choices. We got options. Y'all say re-sign Gesicki? The receiver or the tight end? That's all that matters. The receiver Gesicki or the tight end? I'll re-sign the tight end Gesicki. I ain't re-signing the receiver Gesicki. Salute to the show. I agree, bro. If you can only have one in free agency, Ogbah or Gesicki, who would you picking? See, that's a tough question because who's my quarterback? Endless peeps. Tell me right now, because I'm going to answer your question. But tell me right now, who's my quarterback? I'll answer that if you tell me who's my quarterback, because it matters. That same question for me matters. I'm waiting on your I know there's a delay on my stream, so I'm gonna wait on your Tua is the quarterback, then I gotta keep Gesicki. Because our defense can survive. without Ogba. We love to have him, but we can survive without Ogba. But Tua, he gonna need Gesicki. You need surefire hands. You need guys who can go up and get a 50-50 or that difficult tight coverage pass. You gotta have that. So yeah, I'm keeping Gesicki over Ogba because Tua's gonna need Gesicki. Whatever you said. So that's my take. If you got Watson, I'm going Ogba. Because what Watson can do with his legs too, to improvise for offense in a game. Watson can have a game where he only throw 200 yards, but he put up 80 on the ground. That made all the difference. In the defense with Ogba holding it down on the back end if there is a struggle. There's just more that Watson can make up for. Love your passion, TD. But Watson, even proven innocent, he's done. He is Colin K 2.0. Thomas, why would you believe that, though, if we already gave the green light? If he would have cleared his situation, like I got this is what I be talking about. Like, do you truly in your mind, does that really register in your mind that he's done? Even if proven innocent, when we took a shot at him without even knowing if he was innocent or guilty? How does this stuff register for some of y'all? I don't understand it. How could you possibly have come to that conclusion if we already green lighted without even knowing? I don't understand it, man. This is the stuff that made me scratch my head where I'd be like, am I really missing something here? They were trying to trade for him without even knowing the outcome. And all of a sudden, he's just done like Kaepernick? Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Somebody said that proves how stupid Ross is. Albeit, even if he is stupid, but make that last comment make sense. Even if Ross is stupid, but it shows you. And then the Eagles want him, but he don't want them. Carolina wanted him, but he didn't want them. So how can he be done? Or has somebody else been telling you that? Maybe. I don't know. Watson hasn't done anything of significance since being in the league. Because what y'all have to understand is it's a team sport, right? You just have to do your part and do it at a high level. A quarterback can be great, but if you don't have a defense to support you, you see, and this is the biggest thing that people overlook. You can be a great quarterback putting up 5,000 yards in the season, but if you get outscored every game because your defense is that bad, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. So when we say he hasn't done anything, we got to stop. His team hasn't done anything because he's done everything. He's done everything. And you cannot overlook that. You can't. You just can't. I know. People will try to anyway. The man has played in, well, how many years have Watson played in the league so far? How many years has he played? He's been in the league for 4 years, but only played 3 years. He's been in the league for 3 years, well, 4 years, but only played 3 because we know what's happening this year. This is his 4th year. How many Pro Bowls Deshaun Watson have in the 3 seasons he's played? How many Pro Bowls has he had in the 3 years he's played? He has 3. So let's not say he ain't do nothing. So in the same time that Brady, Mahomes have been in the AFC, he's been representing the AFC in the Pro Bowl with one of them. He has. Passing 20 last year, led the league in passing. His rookie year, he was first, I think the rookie made the rookie team. Y'all, come on, man. Let's make it make sense. He get 2 because he get hurt 1 year, TD. Yeah, he got hurt 1 year. And wait, so would this have been his 5th year then? Because he did get hurt his rookie season, but he was on the pace of breaking all records. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. So you're right. This would have been his 5th year. He didn't go his rookie year because he got hurt. It was his rookie year. He didn't go to the Pro Bowl because he got hurt, but he was on pace to going. Because the game he got hurt in, he threw for like 465 yards versus Seattle. I remember that. He threw for 465 yards against Seattle. And that was the game he got hurt. He was done for the season, I believe. That was like week 7 or something like that. Somewhere around that. This man's career is 104 touchdowns, 36 interceptions. Who you know in the NFL is throwing a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio? There's a lot of 2-to-1s. There's a lot of 2.5-to-1s. But who you know throwing a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio? Averaging about 4,500 yards per year. His career passer rating is a 105. And in 3.5 seasons, he done ran the ball for 1,700 yards. 3.5 seasons, y'all. That's about 400 yards rushing a season. $17 rushing touchdowns. Sorry. He currently holds the highest career completion percentage of 68%. Tua's going to try to break that, but last year hurt him. He actually holds the highest career completion percentage, 68%. Let that sink in for somebody who actually throws the deep ball. Most completions with a perfect passer rating, 28. T. Rich says 68, not 71. Bro, add both years together, T. Rich. And like I said, that's going to come down to earth as well. Color says sacked 50 times a season, but still 11-5 and 10-5. He overcomes bad O-lines. And this is the youngest version of himself without any excuses. That's another thing y'all got to consider. Deshaun Watson don't get any excuses. He's had a bad O-line and everything, doing all of this and no excuses. No excuses. No excuses. Averaging 4,500 yards per year with no excuses. 3-to-1 touchdown ratio every year. No excuses. Even with a bad O-line. No excuses. The man had a bad O-line and barely had his receiving group together and still led the league in completions. The yards last year. Still led the league in yards last year. Okay, go put it in there. Still led the league in yards last year without all his receivers and a struggling O-line. AB said, did he overcome O-line 4-12? Yeah, he did, because he balled out. It ain't his fault that he can't play defense. Because y'all some of them people who still think that wins and losses is a quarterback stat. It's never been. But the only reason y'all subscribe to that is because of what Tua's win-loss was last year. Y'all felt good about it. Then when he started losing games this year, then y'all ain't had nowhere to go with it. Now that we're winning games again, it's right back to wins and losses again, right? All I'm saying is this is as polished of a player that you can get. This is as polished of a player that you can get, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. People use that stat. It went by fast. People use that stat to prove their own points from both sides. I don't. We can lose every game. If Tua balling out, he doing his part. We can win a game, and if he playing like trash, I'm gonna call it what it is. But wins and losses are not a QB stat. It never has been. It's only for people to write their narrative. It has never been. And I ain't gonna lie, Watson actually, when you look at his career, he's actually been getting better and better at completion percentage. He actually had a 70% completion percentage last year. Average 9 yards per. Tua's at about 7. 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 112 rating. Ran the ball for 444 yards. Average 5 yards a carry. Man, this man has averaged a lot of yards per carry every year. Rookie year, he averaged 7.5 a carry. 7 touchdowns rushing. Ooh, look at that. 2018, this man was sacked 62 times. 62 times he was sacked. That's them Tannehill numbers there. Whew. He still balled out, though. 69% completion percentage. Threw for 4,200 yards. Sacked 62 times regardless, but he also ran for 551 yards. That O-line must have been super trash that year. It was his highest rushing year. And 62 sacks. I don't think we'll ever see that number again in Miami. Them Tannehill numbers. Tannehill was putting up 60s and 65 at a max. Watson has 62. Tua will never see those numbers. 62? What he got so far this year? Tua max this year will probably be 45 or something like that. If he played a full season, what it'll equate to. Maybe not even that. Thank you. That means Tua evades sacks. It looked like Watson was too, 551 rushing yards. Tua probably ain't even got 100 rushing yards on the season. So I don't know what you're talking about. And that's an interesting thing you said, because I wonder out of them 62, how many sacks he evaded. It's interesting you say that, because I'm sure it was a ton. And that was his best season. He went 11-5 as far as a team. He definitely helped him. Let's see here. Byron burned by Galladay Jones. If we don't get Watson, we better get Kenny Pickett from Pitt. Nah, I'm good with. If we don't get Watson, I'm good with Tua. Let's continue to let the kid grow. Show another year. Eventually, we'll have a definitive answer. Because I ain't gonna lie. I gotta be honest with y'all. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done for the day. If Watson gets charged, because that's the only way we don't get him. If he gets charged, the crazy part about it is Watson then has to deal with the legal process and everything. Now we can continue with Tua for a year and a half, maybe 2. And if he's not the guy, by the time we know it, once his rookie deal over, Watson will be clear of his situation, whatever happens, even if something happens. So either way, it doesn't matter. Front end, back end, he's gonna always be an option. Pete, I disagree. He said with or without Watson next year, I still don't see Tua here. Yeah, I disagree with that. Yeah, I disagree with that. Mahomes went to an AFC championship. Oh, let me back up. Let me see what's going on. Mahomes went to a AFC championship without a defense in 2019. What's Watson's excuse? Good question. He doesn't have one. They had the most explosive offense in the NFL. So when you have a great offense and another team has a great offense, only thing that matters is whose defense is better. And the Chiefs' defense was better than theirs. And also, on top of that, I got to see what happened in 2019 because Deshaun Watson played 15 games instead of 16. I'm not sure. I got to see what happened in that situation. Why was there a game missed overall as well? I'll see what that's about. Oh, they actually have I didn't know they had all of this. Hey, I only got 5 more minutes. I'm coming out. So I'll help with them, all right? So they actually have records and achievements for Watson. Highest career completion percentage at 68%. Most passing touchdowns in a single game by a rookie quarterback, 5. Most passing touchdowns in a calendar month by a rookie quarterback, 16. Most passing touchdowns by a rookie quarterback in one half, 4. First player in NFL history to pass for 400 plus yards, throw 4 plus touchdown passes, and rush for 50 plus yards in a single game. First player in NFL history with multiple 5 passing touchdown games within his first 2 seasons. First player in NFL history to have 4,000 plus passing yards, 25 plus passing touchdowns, 500 plus rushing yards, and 5 rushing touchdowns in a single season. Fastest player in NFL history to have 6,500 plus passing yards and 500 plus rushing yards in 26 games. Fastest player in NFL history to have 50 passing touchdowns and 10 rushing touchdowns, 27 games. First quarterback with back-to-back games with at least 375 passing yards and 35 rushing yards. Most passing touchdowns by a rookie in a 7-game span in NFL history, 19. Most passing touchdowns by a rookie in a 5-game span in NFL history, 18. Longest streak of games with 3 or more passing touchdowns by a rookie in NFL history. Most games at least 375 passing yards and 40 rushing yards in NFL history, tied with Steve Young. Most passing touchdowns for a quarterback through his first 6 career games, 15. First rookie with 2 games of 300 plus passing yards and 40 plus rushing yards in a season. First rookie to produce 5 plus touchdowns in consecutive games. Most completions with a perfect passer rating, 28. Most attempts with a perfect passer rating, 33, tied with Jared Goff. Most passing touchdowns in a single, that's the most passing touchdowns in a single game by a rookie, 5, October 8th versus Kansas City Chiefs. Most passing touchdowns in a season by a rookie. These are the team ones right here. I don't need to read the team records. But yeah, man, a lot of firsts there. When's the last time you've had a first time? When's the last time you've had a first time, ladies and gentlemen? When is the last time you had a first time? That's a lot of first time. You can't get past it. That is a lot of first time. First quarterback to ever do this. First quarterback to do this the fastest. First quarterback to blah, blah, blah. First quarterback, that's a lot. And it's all the main categories for a quarterback. Anyway, man, that's what it is. Hopefully, Salvin Ahmed and Myles Gaskins gets better. We'll see, because what I don't want to do, excuse me, in the Jets game is have to force Tua to be the primary source of the offense. Because if he loses to the Jets, everybody gonna be done. So hopefully somebody comes back. Anyway, see y'all soon. I'm about to go hang out with the family, chill with them. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up. Y'all have a great night. Love y'all, man. Salute. Peace. I am out.